Hello and welcome to Insane Dicing Skills podcast number 9. This time no battle report, but I want to share some thoughts about these ongoing discussions in the forums concerning all this 2.0 release and stuff like this. So just in general, to give you a quick summary what's happening, um, the next version of rule sets will be released sometime in the future. Uh, we don't know when, but there's a confirmation that there will be rules released. We already have some spoilers from all the new rules everywhere in the forums and many discussions about this. Um, but still, it's not published, it's not released. So many people seem to be not very how can you say it? They don't like the current state of the game, which I can, and this sort I really can't share because they say, yeah, well, we want to play the new version now. The current state of the game is boring. Everyone's playing the same. It's old rules and stuff like this. But I think this is just wrong because there is so much diversity still in all the army books. So why just play something else? Why just give something another roster a try? I see so many people playing all the time the same roster over and over again and now complaining about the games being stupid. I think the game is being boring, and I think this comment is just stupid. I mean, you still can look through your army book and try to find something new. Mm, I mean, there's so much to try out, so many possibilities. I mean, okay, yeah, if you want to play mono Wrathlist or mono Lustless or something like this, it will maybe a little bit difficult to play something new or something else, but try to think out of the box. I mean, new army, new rosters, just will be created if someone thinks to the next point. If someone tries to break the game again and something like this. I mean, for example, right now I see nearly in every vampire list I look around, even in the international list, I also try to look what is played in other countries, not only in Germany. And every time I see a double Mortis engine, for example, um, or Altar of Undead, I think it's called now. So sure, it's good. It's a solid choice, and you can build around your army around this. No question about this. But we don't know if this is the best thing to approach your vampire count roster, for example. Maybe there's another way to do it. Just try it out and play the game. I mean, I like to play the game. I really like it a lot. That's why just I hope everyone on this hobby shares the same opinion about this. So just play and try out something new and check out what other possibilities are there. Yeah, maybe everything will get changed in 1 or 2 months, but you still can learn something about about your the approach of the game and about and to get a better understanding of the game. It, writing a roster now and playing it just 1 or 2 times doesn't mean that it's a wasted time. Just if the 2.0 gets released or this beta stuff gets released, and then it isn't worthless. Then I mean you still made up your mind. You tried something out, and yeah, I can just say that. Just look through your army book. You will find, I think, a unit you never played again, or a build you never played again. You never played. Even if you think it's weak, you could say. But I think no one played that much games that you can say for definitely that this unit just isn't possible to bring it in a roster. So that's why I really don't get all this. This current state of game is boring, something like this. Yeah, it's boring because people copy paste all that is and don't make up their own minds about good stuff. right? I mean, sure, it's always easier to look, what did other people play and just copy this, but you won't get have the same understanding like the people who actually thought about that roster. And yeah, that's why I don't know. And there's another thing I like to address. It's then read a thread. Yeah, this was it. Are you kidding me? There's someone complaining about a new artillery weapon which will be released. It was one of the spoilers. So I think I just read quickly through this and noticed that even there were no points released or something like this. Just just some rules. And now people do thread in general discussion forums and say, well, what's happening? They're crying out and I don't know. Why? I mean, there are people who are investing so many hours, so many hours of their free time to provide you with this rule set. They really do. They sacrifice so much of their time and to try to build a rule set which is as balanced as they think it possibly it can be. Yeah, I think you understand what I mean. So if you don't, if you're, I could say this. I don't want to be rude, but if you don't want to invest that much time in writing rules for other people, then you have not the right to cry out and say, "Hey, what are you doing? What's the matter with you?" I think everyone at first had to, before writing such threads. I don't want to offend you personally, whoever created this thread. It's just you're just the guy now who I found. But I think everyone, before making some thread like this, should do 10 other threads where they thank all the guys who invest their free time in making this project possible. Right? I mean, without them, we wouldn't have anything. No rules, nothing, and especially the guys. I mean, I can just tell this because I have just a friend of mine is more involved in all the stuff, and that's why I can tell a little bit more what's going on there. I mean, I think many other teams invest many free time too to do something for this project, but all this rule writing stuff, this is so much work. This really is, and it's so much discussion about it to create rules for you, and it never will be balanced. It never will be. This is just not possible to balance 16 army books and then this whole game. It's just not possible for someone who does it for free. I mean, if these guys could do it, they wouldn't do it for us. If they would be able to write a game with 16 different army books and this would be balanced, then they could earn thousands of cash, in my opinion, if they are that smart and if they could see all this, all what's happening there. This is not this. I don't want to be. I don't want to offend anyone. I mean, they're doing a great work, but you can't expect a balanced game out of it. They, they, everyone is sacrificing their free time, and maybe you can ask the guys from the rules team or something like this how many games they played in the last 5 months or something like this. I think it won't be that much. It really won't be because if you're all the time discussing the games and in the series stuff and everything else, there's isn't that much time anymore for testing all this stuff or playing all this. If you, in my opinion, someone who wants to write rules would have had at least had to play like 8 or 10 hours a day to have an understanding of the game. But this is just not possible for someone who's doing this in their free time. So I really don't get why everyone's complaining about stuff or which is maybe unbalanced or something like this. Yeah, we will see what's not balanced or what is balanced. But yeah, I don't know. Just because of a spoiler writing something like this, I don't know. I think we don't need something. We don't need this. And the next thing where I have to criticize the 9th team, I think, is by releasing these spoilers. I don't know why they do this. I mean, sure, people are getting hype, people want to want to know what's going on, but why? It's done when it's done. There's a game which people can play. They don't need to be involved in what's going on behind the scenes. If they want to, they can invest their free time in it and they can participate in writing rules or something like this. So then they know what's going on. But I mean, you don't need like thousands of internet or forum trolls uh, complaining about just some random stuff. I don't know. I think the spoilers are, in my opinion, not a good idea because yeah, if you don't see the whole picture, it's pretty hard to think about certain things. I mean, I read obviously all the spoilers from Warriors of Chaos Army book, but I and maybe I have an opinion about certain things, but if I can't argue about them until I didn't have seen the whole book. It's just not possible. And then I really have to say I found a nice thread and cheers for and then I really like it. Hopefully I already pushed the like button. Yeah, I did. This is nice. This guy really brought it to the point. Um, I think at first we should thank all the guys who invest their free time into the game and thank them for this. And here's my thank you for you guys. Thank you. I am not able or I don't want to spend that much time into this. So thank you that you do it and providing me with a game I really like to play and yeah. So this is my 2 cents on what's going on right now. Sure, I'm hyped for the next for the release too. I like new stuff, but still, there's so much else you can do with all the army books. Maybe you try out another army. It doesn't have to say that you have to buy a new one. Just, for example, just try to proc something. Oh, I will get killed for this comment, I think. But yeah, whatever. Just try something new. There's so much more that you can explore, I think, in the game. So that's it for me right now. Thank you for listening. Next podcast will be some better reports, not me just talking. And yeah, see you guys. Bye.